Alright, in this video, this is an example of using the empirical rule, which is the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. Some things that you want to look out for here are the fact that you have a normal distribution, and in this example, we have a perishable product lasts an average of 20 days before it is no longer consumable and must be thrown out. Assuming the distribution of the days that this product lasts is normally distributed, with a standard deviation of 2 days, find the following. Well, before we even dive into any of these problems, keywords again, normal distribution, the average is 20 days, and the standard deviation is 2 days. A normal distribution is what we often refer to as a bell-shaped curve, and the average of a normal distribution goes right smack in the middle. So I'm going to put that 20 days for this perishable product. It could be milk or some type of vegetable in the produce section at a grocery store, but the average shelf life in this case is 20, so we put it in the middle. The standard deviation is 2 days, and what we're going to do here is we're just going to add 2 to 20, and that gives us 22. Let's add 2 more, which is 24, and let's add 2 more, which is 26. Now let's come this way and let's subtract 2. So 20 minus 2, we got 18. Then we subtract 2 more for 16, and last but not least, we have 14. This is how you set up a normal distribution curve. Granted, you know the mean, put it in the middle. The standard deviation, you're going to add that 3 times, and you're going to subtract it 3 times from the mean. Now, what does this 68, 95, 99.7 mean? Well, if I come to 18 and I come to 22, now 22 is 1 standard deviation above the mean. Remember, the standard deviation was 2, so 20 plus 2 gives us 22. That is 1 standard deviation above the mean. 18 is 1 standard deviation below the mean. The probability of this perishable product, whatever it may be, the probability of it lasting somewhere in between 18 days and 22 days is going to be 68%. That's what that 68% stands for right there. There's a 68% chance that that perishable product will last somewhere between 18 days and 22 days. And we all know this. Take milk, for example. You know, it has a shelf life, it has an expiration date. Sometimes it may last a little bit longer because it still smells good, but sometimes the expiration date has not even arrived yet and the milk smells sour. So, same concept here. So that's the 68%. Now, what about the 95%? The 95% is going to correspond to 2 standard deviations above and 2 standard deviations below. So let me highlight this section now. The probability that the product will last somewhere between 16 days and 24 days, that is going to be 95%. This is where you talk about 2 standard deviations above and 2 standard deviations below. So there's a 95% chance that this perishable product will last somewhere between 16 days and 24 days. So this is what I'm referring to here. Somewhere in between 16 days and 24 days, there is a 95% chance that product will last somewhere in between there. And now, if you see the pattern, 99.7 is going to involve the 3rd standard deviation. I'm going to rearrange these. I just want you to remember the 68%, that's between 1 standard deviation below and 1 standard deviation above. The 95% involves 2. And then last but not least, the 99.7. That involves the 3rd standard deviation below, all the way up to 3 standard deviations above the mean. So remember, the average was 20 days. The standard deviation was 2 days, so that's why I'm going 22, 24, 26. 26 is 3 standard deviations above the mean. And it turns out the probability of this product lasting somewhere in between 14 days and 26 days, there's a 99.7% chance. And if you think about that, I mean, milk, let's suppose milk had a shelf life of 20 days on average. Well, you can almost be 100% certain that it's going to last somewhere between 14 days and 26 days if the average life is 20 days. Now, with all that said, we can actually break these things up symmetrically even more. For example, let's look at the 68%. The 68%, we can actually break it up into two equal pieces. So I'm going to erase this red stuff for right now, the green stuff, and let's break it up into sections. This 68% here is this region right here. So if we break it up into two equal piles, so 68%, if we cut it up into two equal pieces, we get 34% and 34%. That still gives us a total of 68%. I'm doing this because when we do some of these problems a little bit later, it will be helpful to add up individual sections. Now remember, this is 68%, and then just a moment ago we said from here, 2 standard deviations below to 2 standard deviations above, that represents 95%. So here's what you can do with this. You can take the 95%, which represents this region right inside of here, and let's subtract 68 from that, because we already know that 68% is going to be right there. So that leaves us with 27% to fill in here, and those are two equal sections, so therefore let's take 27 and let's divide it by 2. So these individual sections here are 13.5% on both of these small sections right here. Now if you add up all 4 of these sections, you still will get the 95%. The same thing is going to apply to these very small sections right here and right here, 99.7%. But remember, these 4 sections that we've already discussed, that represents 95%. So 99.7 minus the 95% that we already have, that's those 4 sections we've already listed, that's leaving us with 4.7. So we want to use 4.7% in this section here and this section here, but we want to use it equally. So let's take the 4.7 and let's divide it by 2. That gives us 2.35% on each side. So this little section here, 2.35%. This little section here, 2.35%. Now, we still have a little bit out here and a little bit over here because we don't quite have 100%. But when I say a little bit, I do mean very little. If we take 100, and subtract 99.7, that only leaves you with 0.3. If you divide that by 2, this little section here that we can barely even see, that's going to be 0.15%. And this little section over here as well is 0.15%. Very, very, very unlikely that the product's going to last less than 14 days. And it's very unlikely that this product's going to last longer than 26 days. So now that we've broken this thing up, this 68, 95, 99.7, let's answer some questions. What's the probability that the product lasts at least 20 days? At least 20 days means 20 days or more. Well, it turns out the mean was 20, so we're talking about this whole right-hand side. Now, visually, that's half. Half is 50%. Well, if you take these 4 numbers and add them together, you will get 50%. That's the answer to number 1. So we have 50% here, and now let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2 says, the probability that the product lasts somewhere in between 18 and 22 days. 18 and 22 days. Well, let's look at that. 18 and 22. So that's somewhere right in between here. And technically what we're talking about here is 1 standard deviation below, all the way up to 1 standard deviation above, and that's that 68%. Again, you can add each individual section. So therefore our answer here, the probability of that product lasting somewhere between 18 and 22 days is going to be 68%. That is the answer for number 2. Number 3, the probability that the product lasts somewhere in between 16 and 24 days. Well, here's 16, here's 24, that's that 95%, because 16 is 2 standard deviations below, 24 is 2 standard deviations above. That's going to give us a 95% chance for number 3. And maybe you see a little pattern here with 2, 3, and now problem number 4. Problem number 4, just going to make a little bit of room here. We're at 14 days to 26 days. So 14 days all the way up to 26 days. That's the 3 standard deviations, both below and above the mean. There's our 99.7. Now you may be thinking, okay, well, when are we going to use the individual sections? And that's what number 5 and number 6 are going to help us with. What's the probability that the product lasts more than 22 days? More than 22 days. So we're talking about 22 days, 24 days, 26 days, and the unlikely event that it lasts anywhere past that. So this is where breaking it up into those sections is going to be helpful. Add up these three numbers together, and the sum of these three percentages actually gives you 16%. So that percentage there is not really that high. There's only a 16% chance that that product lasts more than 22 days. That's why I shaded this region right here, and I added up those individual sections. And now finally, this last one here, the probability that the product lasts less than 14 days. So we're talking about just this little itty bitty spot over here, less than 14 days. That is this single section that we have right here. So we have not even a 1% chance. And basically what this is saying is it's very unlikely, given that the average shelf life is 20 days with a standard deviation of 2 days, very unlikely that it's going to last less than 14 days, roughly a 0.15% chance. And there you have it, 6 examples breaking down the empirical rule, taking that 68, 95, 99.7, and then we break it up into these individual sections because technically now with any example you have, if you have a normal distribution, you know the mean, you know the standard deviation, you can still use these same sections over and over and over. The only difference is that you're going to have to change your mean for whatever problem you're working with and then adjust these standard deviations as well. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And that's it for this video. I hope it helped.